end up going back to the roots of why music's ever made. Sometimes there's an element of loneliness, I think, that can happen when you're not inspired by things for a while, and then when you connect with something, when you find something that you do love, that feeling for me is what life is about. I suppose at the time it summed up the attitude and the feeling of the music.
We started one time, we had an idea of putting a concept, a really defined concept, and we recorded some of the stuff and it sounded awful. We decided to not do that.
And it just takes belief from the listener to let it develop into something.
We once went to a restaurant where everything's completely dark and you don't know what to expect. You go in there and because you don't know, you're in a set of mind where you're more sensitive. And when you're more sensitive, you begin to feel stuff you never did before.
There was part of us that thought, rather than somebody just flicking in between Jay-Z and then like Killing Joke and then Frank Zappa, why not have them all in one tune? Then you don't have to flick. So we've seen bits of the world music world, bits of the indie music world, not really pop, but not really pop. Not really pop. You decide not to do any style in particular, you just want to tell a story. Sometimes the musical structure is quite unusual. You wouldn't in a conversation go, oh, I know I said that before, but I'm just going to repeat that. Like, no, you said that, let's just move on.
The music has got some openings for improvisation, but it by and large is arranged. But the music has quite a heavy structure actually. It's something that we came up freely. I suppose in the gig we just tell people, okay, this tune more or less is about this. Follow us, right?
Please fucking help me here. A lot of our rhythms are really quite unusual and not very regular. The fact that it kind of connects to you viscerally with this groove, but you're not entirely sure where you'd stamp, it makes you want to dance. It's quite an odd thing. I don't know what it is we're tapping into with like 7.5, 4, but
I like the idea of jumping from category to category.
Engaging your creativity is so energizing. It just takes time and commitment and imagination.
To not be afraid to dig into their own imagination beyond what. Inviting people to break their own mental barriers of what they like and don't like, which is eventually helps expand our experience.
If you have music that is unusual, everything takes a lot more creative energy. In order to be true to that music, the marketing has to be very creative and very original. You can't have one element. The minute people are struggling to make money, there's a fear. And I don't think there's that many people right now willing to take a risk. And I think that's what needs to be encouraged.
We appear in Over.
Oh, actually, yeah. Modern life in London inspired a lot of the content of the lyric.
Which is this idea of being on the edge of either catastrophe or enlightenment. So the artwork in the album, we try to create a new format as well, just for people just to have the thing rather than just a CD, an artistic value. We often compose at the edge of what we know. Like sometimes we're like, what the hell is that? And we just go with it. Like in this collaboration, we really push each other to the edge, and we're very honest. So like, if I had a difficult technical thing, I'd be saying, oh, that note's a bit out of tune. And I said, oh yeah, it's because this note here, when I put this, it's like, I don't care, sort it out.
I think everything's quite subconscious when you're creating, isn't it? You don't think, I'm going to write a song about looking over the edge of London, but then gradually once you've created a body of work, then you think, oh actually, yeah, that really does sum up the feeling and a lot of what was going on the whole time. Is this we were sort of in a love-hate relationship with the city and humanity and modernity and that.
The fact that when you end the tune, it's like, how did they get from there to here? And that is because we like traveling in a way with the music.